Welcome back to Cosmos. Today we review episode 11. This episode starts out with even more erasure of an entire culture's scientific contributions. I don't know who's responsible for this, but I'd like to have a few words with them and wag my finger at them. It's vital that we stop doing that. Even if we don't like them at the time, they still did something important and they deserve to have that credit. One thing that I found inspiring about this episode was that Neil was saying that we are a masterpiece of nature. And if that doesn't make you feel good about yourself, rethink. You literally are a masterpiece of nature. You are the top of every food chain. You are of the most intelligent species on the planet. If that doesn't make you hopeful, I don't know what will. Could we have really been seeded by Mars? It does make sense that Mars would have life when Earth did not. It was farther away from the sun when the Earth was hotter, so it could have supported life then, since it once supported water. So could we have been seeded by Mars? Could life have been brought to Earth from Mars? I think it's entirely plausible. It's also a really good case that they brought up extremophiles seeding Earth. So if there's a nearby star system that holds life, or once held life, the debris from that planet could have held extremophile bacteria and ricocheted into space, and it landed upon our tiny little volatile planet. And that's entirely plausible, since one of the most well-known extremophiles, the tardigrade, has been exposed to the open vacuum of space and survived. And that's a more developed creature, and bacteria, I think, are better extremophiles than even that. More inspiration from this episode. Even after a catastrophe, you can pick up the pieces and keep moving forward. If life itself can carry on after an intense catastrophe like the one described in this episode, so can we. So can you. So never, ever, ever give up. There could be so many different life on different planets, and there could be a different instinct ion, like how here it's oxygen. We need oxygen to live. And there could be a different ion on a different planet that's required for life. So there could be entirely different species of life, different ways to be alive on other planets. And that's really, really awesome. Supervolcanoes are one of the things about the planet that makes me really, really nervous. That's something that I cannot control. There's something that I cannot predict, and it makes me really uncomfortable. But it's cool that we'd be able to siphon the energy off of it to kind of make it less terrible, like a Mount Vesuvius type deal. I'm not about that. Natural disasters kind of freak me out. It's also cool that we could deflect asteroids now, which helps me sleep at night because asteroid impacts fall into that category of things that freak me out. Kudos on calling out the genocide of entire people on an entire continent. Kudos. Kudos for calling out your genocide. Boo to your genocide, white people. Boo to your genocide. As much as I like the idea of interplanetary colonization, I think I would personally want to go down with the mothership. I'm much too attached to my little planet. I love it too much to ever be faced with leaving it. And I know that's probably very narrow-minded of me to say that. I'm too in love with what we have here, and I feel like if something's gonna happen to Earth, I would go down with it. I'm too attached to the oceans here, I'm too attached to the land here, I'm too attached to this hurtling space rock to ever say, okay, I'm gonna go to Mars, or I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm just glad that there's people who are braver than me, who have already signed up to go to Mars. I'm not one of those people. It'd be cool to do some discovery on there. It'd be different if it was a planet that already had life. I'd probably be like, yeah, that's actually kind of awesome, let's go do that. But I'm a little attached to Earth. A little too attached to ever feel like I could be ready to leave it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.